Okay, my fellow silver fans, I want you to have a look at these two coins. They're both New Zealand 3D coins. The D comes from the word denarius, the old Latin word for their money, denarius. And it later travelled all the way down to Britain, as Britain used to be part of the Roman Empire. And denarius was transferred into penny. So this is basically 3 pennies or 3 cents. And these coins look identical. They're in almost identical to the condition. The one on the left is a 1958 coin, and the one on the right is a 1943 coin. Now, I'm not going to go into their if I can say the word, their numismatic value. I'm just going to say what else about the coins makes one worth a lot more than the other. And if you guessed silver, you're right. The one on the right has 50% silver, and the one on the left has none. It makes the one on the left worth, in its legal tender, 3 cents. I could probably take it to New Zealand Bank and they'd still give me 3 cents for it, even though it's an expired currency. It's still issued as legal tender of New Zealand and is still worth 3 cents. Whereas the one on the right, I'd be crazy to do that because it has 50% of silver. And the value of its silver is worth 40 cents. So, the one on the right is what we call junk silver. The reason we call it junk silver is because it's mixed in with other metals. To get that silver back out of that coin, we'd have to go through either chemical processes or an industrial process such as electrolysis. Now, as you can imagine, doing electrolysis or running it through a chemical process is going to be expensive. So, the cost of the silver in there is not worth quite as much as if it was in the same weight but in a pure form. Because in a pure form it's already perfectly refined. In that form, we'd have to refine it through electrolysis or a chemical process, both of which would be expensive. Now, much of our silver in the world today is junk silver. Sterling silver is over 90% silver, and the rest is copper, and that's to give it a bit more strength, to help it last longer, because sterling silver is often used for silverware, knives and forks, vases, all sorts of things like that, and it's expected to have day-to-day use. Whereas your pure silver, you're expected not to touch, otherwise you'll tarnish it. And here's a simple lesson about currency. Currency that has no silver in does not retain its value. Currency that does have silver or gold in retains its value over time. Now, there's a number of coins around the world that had silver in, mainly prior to 1945, the Second World War. After the Second World War, when many countries were in debt, they got rid of silver out of their coins. If you want to see how much silver is in various coins, I suggest you visit this website. It's called silvercoinstoday.com. And it'll have in there values of US coins, Canadian coins, Australian coins, and New Zealand coins. Of course, many other coins had silver in them. For example, have a look at this coin. This is a 1914 quarter rupee, and that's almost pure silver. Other coins that had silver in include this Australian florin, which is 2 shillings or 20 cents, and that had 92.5% in it. It's a 1934 coin. In pre-World War II, most Australian silver coins, or white coins, we call them silver coins. Even today we call them silver coins, even though they have no silver in, as opposed to a copper coloured coin. And even those nowadays don't have much copper in because copper's too valuable. That had 92.5% silver, and that coin there is worth over $6 in the silver weight alone. Other coins, the New Zealand sixpence, pre-World War to a 1934 sixpence, 50% silver. A US dime. In fact, you might still find these now and again if you're treasure hunting with a metal detector. And this is a US dime. Unlike Commonwealth coins, which you flip upside down, this one you turn that way and it looks exactly the same. That's a Mercury dime. That has silver in it. A New Zealand shilling, 50% silver, 1933 shilling. And these used to be in circulation when I was a kid, which is only 20 years ago. So there was silver out and about. You'd be very lucky to find any silver coinage today. Here's a silver Australian sixpence. As you can see from its colour, it's almost pure silver. It's 92.5% silver. So that coin is worth a lot more in its silver content than its value to a coin collector, because, to be honest, it's not a very good quality coin. Its condition is worn. There'd be other examples and more rare examples of coins. That's not to say that a silver coin is always going to be worth more because of its silver value. Sometimes, if it's extremely rare and extremely good condition, then the coin's going to be worth more because it's a coin. Its numismatic value is going to be more. But by and large, the silver quantity of a coin is what keeps its value over the long term. Where other values such as rarity and condition have no bearing on it, then the silver is what's going to make the difference. And if our currency today still had silver, the government couldn't get away with eating away at our savings through constant inflation. The government will tell you inflation's at 3%, but we all know from our bills and other things that in real terms, our inflation is much higher. It's an Eisenhower dollar. Here's a Kennedy. Here's another Eisenhower dollar. Kennedy wanted to bring silver back as the American currency. Many conspiracy theories believe that's why they assassinated him. I'll let you make your own mind up on that. But it's interesting. There was silver in the currency, and it helped keep that currency, keep its value. If you want to know how much your coin's at home, old coins that you have lying around may have in value, go to Silver Coins today and have a look at the coin mount calculators and work it out. You may have no pure silver at home, you may just have some junk silver lying around, but you've already begun your silver stack. Just go for an old coin collection, have a look, pull out all your pre-World War II coins, or in the case of the US, your 1960 and before coins, and discover how much silver you already have stacked away. And good luck to your silver stacking. I'll have more videos on silver in future. Thanks for listening.